Hey, what's going on, friends? I have a combination word that I want to share with you today. Usually, when I jump on to YouTube, I share a prophetic word or I share a kingdom insight. Well, today is going to be double bonus day because I'm going to share a prophetic word and I'm going to turn it into a kingdom insight. So, here we go. All right. I was in worship last Sunday here at Roar Church, Texarkana, and just worshiping the Lord, and I heard a word so plain: lightning rod. That was it, lightning rod. And so when I got that word, it was one of those words that I knew that I was supposed to set on for a few days before I released it. So the word is lightning rod. And all that I felt that the Lord spoke to me during service was, I'm looking for kingdom lightning rods. And so, like I said, I've been kind of sitting on it for a few days. And I was in there a while ago, and it's not the third time I've done this, but I've really been studying lightning rods. And in the natural realm, what a lightning rod does, it is placed on a building or statue that is standing tall, and the lightning rod connects with the lightning so it does not hit the buildings beneath, because the buildings or the statues cannot take the impact of what the lightning actually has. And it takes the lightning and then actually sends it to the ground and grounds it out into the foundation of the earth. Okay? Man, this is what the Lord spoke to me about. The reason I need lightning rods right now is because I have so much that I need to release from heaven. And if the wrong people grab a hold of this, it will destroy them. When lightning hits a building or a statue or like a barn, you know what? It can destroy it. It can literally burn it to the ground. But after a lightning rod is hit by lightning, you really can't tell a big difference. That's why, like a lot of churches, you have steeples that have the lightning rod. And so what the Lord started speaking to me about was, there was a graph that I looked at, and it was lightning hitting the lightning rod, the rod going all the way through a building to the ground, and it grounded it into the foundation of the earth. And so what the Lord was speaking to me is, I need people in this hour to be able to receive the apostolic, prophetic, kingdom messages, to be able to gather this high power voltage coming from heaven, get it, send it all the way down into the foundation of the earth. Now, this is something else the Lord showed me, was there's a lot of people who in this illustration could serve as the buildings or the statues or whatever it may be. Is that there's a lot of people asking God for the prophetic word, the kingdom insight, the revelation. But if they actually receive this, they are not in the right place with God to be able to carry something so powerful. Whenever I see a young prophet, and I don't mean young by age, but I mean in their gifting, or young apostle, I always offer to walk with them, and a lot of my other friends do too. And here's the reason why. Because when they start receiving power, it can destroy them. I know countless young men and women of God who started walking in a powerful gift of healing, and it destroyed them because they were so powerful. We always got to remember that the Lord gave us our gifts, talents, and abilities, gave us our anointing, gave us the favor, and allows us to walk with this power. And so, the word says that our God is a jealous God and shares his glory with no one. And so whenever you receive something from the Lord, you got to make sure you are humble. Now, once again, lightning comes from the sky. We'll say, like a prophetic word, it comes from the heavens. And it hits. It has so much power that rod's going to stick it down and ground it out. When we receive a supernatural word from God, from heaven, okay, we receive this word, we need to be able to get that word and plant it into the natural realm. But when you plant stuff in the natural realm, it grows. Because right now, what I'm feeling in my spirit is there is so much revelation coming from heaven. God needs people who have open ears and a pure heart to hear what he has to say. God is looking for lightning rods. Lightning rods in different regions protect the region. Okay? And so it also serves as a shield. A lot of you are lightning rods in the aspect of warfare. When I have some people in my ministry who are intercessors, and a lot of times they will say, Joe, we're covering you. We are like a shield deflecting the things that the enemy has. And a few times, some of my intercessors have called me and said, Joe, we were up all night. And I'm like, oh, really? Sorry, but I slept like a baby all night for 7 hours. And they're like, yeah, well, we were engaging in warfare. And literally one of them said, we're like a lightning rod. And so you got to understand that this word lightning rod is very powerful. And now where people mess up on a word like this is they say, oh, yeah, God, make me a lightning rod. I want you to hit me with something powerful from heaven. No, no, no. A lightning rod has to understand how to steward every prophetic word. Do you know that you're going to be held accountable for every prophetic word you've been given, for everything that the Lord has spoken to you about? So I want you to realize that a word like this, lightning rod, you're going to have to really be able to walk in maturity. And there's a lot of times that I'll just really start flowing in the prophetic, and I'll release multiple words during the week, and they're published on places like Elijah List, Charisma, Spirit Fuel, a lot of different other places. I'm honored that they do that. And a lot of people said, you release a lot of words. And I'm like, yes. And they said, why do you think you release so many words? And I said, honestly, because not enough people have put themselves in the place that God can use them as a lightning rod. And so this is time that people are awakened to the gifts, callings, and abilities that the Lord has called them to. So in this lightning rod word, the kingdom insight part of it is God is looking for people who will rise above people in their city, in the region spiritually. Not like saying, oh, I'm an apostle, prophet of this region. No, standing up so you can protect people from the warfare. Also, you can be able to receive the prophetic words. And a lot of times when you receive a prophetic word for your city, the cool thing is you're not called to stand in front of all the churches and give the words. You're called to stay up at night and pray those words. A lot of some of the best prophetic things I've ever gotten, I received them to pray them, not to speak them. And one time somebody said, man, what are you hearing prophetically? I said, man, I can't tell you the good stuff. The best stuff I've received prophetically, I was called to pray it and not to say it. And so maturity comes in and being a lightning rod. And so I just hope this word encouraged you. It's a little bit of a prophetic word, but also it's some kingdom insight, and I know that it'll bless you, my friends. Hey, if you need prayer for anything, make sure that you message me on our website, jojoedawson.net. Go to the Contact Connect button, hit it, and message me for prayer. Also, if you want any information about our health coaching business, God has blessed that. Make sure that you also reach out that same place on our website. There's a place for health coaching. Message me. I'd love to tell you about our program and also the coaching opportunities. And I want to encourage everybody here that, like, if you have something inside of you, a book, a ministry, a blog, whatever it is, a prayer ministry, get it out of you. God's called you to do a small group. Get it out of you. This is the season that God is looking for people to step up and do the things He's called them to do.